consistent. Celebrating 30 years on the air on WROI is the first federal program. Hosts may have changed, but the program is still the same. Now continuing a long-standing tradition, streaming on the First Federal Facebook page and on WROI. It's time for the First Federal program.
And good morning, it is the First Federal program here on this Friday, August the 23rd already, Todd. Can you believe it?
August 23rd, Friday Night Lights today.
Friday Night Lights, get them started, get them lit up, and across the state of Indiana.
Starting with a beautiful morning.
I can't beat this, man.
This
I love
has
this
been a
week.
perfect weather week, hasn't
Yeah,
it?
it has been. Can we just carbon copy it for about the next 3 months, 4 months?
I think we're good this weekend. I
Yeah.
look at the weather. The next week, a little bit of summer maybe.
It'll warm up Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is going to be back in the 90s, but I looked at it and they said back to beautiful for next Friday as well.
It's not become a tourist spot like if you keep weather like this.
Yeah,
the Chamber of Commerce, let's
yeah.
promote that. Sunny and 70.
70 and 70 all right here in Rochester. Why not?
So school's back in session. Everybody's back
It
now.
is. Everybody's back. Kids are going back to college, so
Want to encourage everybody to be safe out there.
Yep.
Kids walking into neighborhoods. Buses are out again, so remember, stop means stop. If that bus is stopped and signs out, you must stop.
allow a little extra time in your mornings.
So we have our special guest today. Tanner's here, of course. We have Christine Walsh and Ed Richard from the Downtown Partnership, and we'll be talking about the Nickel Plate Music and Arts Festival today.
Looking forward to that.
And Christine's just kind of did a surprise little trivia question for us today. So that
Those surprise trivia always get me.
Yes. I don't know the answer, but there'll be an opportunity to learn the answer.
There you go.
Right, just to tease you a little bit. So it is Friday Night Lights. This is my favorite Friday in August. All the sports are in action now. Football players have been practicing.
Yep.
Football's a tough month for practice because you got 2 days and you got school starting and they're ready to play after a couple weeks of practice.
A lot of adjustments.
Yeah. So Tanner will go over the games tonight. So Giant FM will be having football coverage again this year.
Yep, we'll be there following the Zebras as usual, and start 6:40 tonight, 7 o'clock kickoff at Barnhart Field as the Apaches come to town. So
Yeah.
it'll be a
The Apaches.
fun one.
So
Bash Apaches.
okay. Be a good season for Rochester football this year. And
It'll be definitely interesting because they've got some holes to fill, but I know there's some guys that's been working hard over the summer and looking to fill those holes. And I don't know if you can fill the shoes, but you can fill the holes, hopefully.
and hopefully not have the holes. On
Right,
the defensive
exactly.
line or
There you go.
offensive line.
Ed knows all about that.
So also want to give best wishes to all the other sports: cross country, boys golf, girls tennis, volleyball. Go out and support your local high school teams this fall. Perfect weather, better entertainment than going out, spending a few bucks getting the popcorn and ice cold Coke and watching your local team.
Use your all sports season pass if you purchase that this year. So make sure you get your money's worth there. So.
And if you haven't, that's usually a great deal.
Yeah.
Promoting that for the local schools.
Yeah, I think you can still get that today at the school.
Yeah,
so
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some fall sports require admission.
Yeah.
Some don't.
Some don't.
So
I think you can get free walking if you want to go to the golf course.
Yeah.
And then follow the Lady Zebras.
they're a pretty solid team.
Yes.
So you might not get as many steps in as if you
Yes.
follow other teams that might be spraying the golf ball around a little
I
bit.
think they're following me, you mean? Or
And me,
Okay.
and maybe Randy.
Yeah,
but,
I definitely mean. You get your money's worth following me
But
for
those ladies,
exercise.
they keep it in the fairway for the most part. They're having a really good start to their season, so it's been fun to follow them.
So being at the Nickel Plate Music and Arts Festival this year, I kind of brought in a music trivia question.
Okay.
And also Christine's going to have a separate question related to the courthouse too. According to the Billboard 200, as of this weekend, what is the #1 album selling right now?
Ooh.
I'll give you 4 answers. Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess. You heard that?
No,
Chappelle Roan.
I have heard that.
One Thing at a Time, Morgan Wallen.
Okay.
Hit Me Hard and Soft, Billie Eilish. The Tortured Poets Department, Taylor Swift.
Ooh, there's a couple there that could be.
So I thought I'd bring in a music question for the Play Music and Arts Festival. And there'll be lots of great music on at Courthouse Square
Yeah,
this
talk
weekend.
about that coming up here a little bit too.
So, hit sports, Tanner.
Yes, like we mentioned in the opening of the show, Friday Night Lights tonight, high school football kicking off all across the state of Indiana, including right here in Rochester as they host the Wabash Apaches. And Randy and I were talking about new teams joining conferences around the state.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, Wabash came into the TRC.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're not the new kids on the block anymore.
Not anymore, no.
So that should be a good game. Can you remind everybody what time pregame starts?
6:40. Val and I will
6:40.
have a pregame, and then 7 o'clock kickoff.
Perfect. Should be a great night for it. Tippecanoe Valley hosts the Wawa C. Caston is on the road at Carroll. That's in Flora. Carroll. Winnemac hosts West Central, and Culver hosts Attic. So most of the area teams are home tonight.
Yeah.
So
Good way to start.
yeah, start with some home cooking there. College football, we're in week 0 this week. Most teams play next week, but there are a couple teams in action this weekend. Probably the biggest game to note is number 10 Florida State plays Georgia Tech over in Dublin, Ireland tomorrow. Kind of get things kicked off. So
That'll be interesting.
yeah, that'll be an interesting one. And next week, Purdue, Indiana, Notre Dame all in action. Purdue will be at home against Indiana State, Indiana at home against Florida International. Notre Dame's on the road at Texas A&M. That's the college game day game of the week next
It's
week.
a tough one to start with.
And Ball State's off next week. They get a bye week,
Oh, yeah.
week 1, yeah. And then they, I think, play Missouri State week 2. So
I'm not sure that's good to have a bye week 1.
you know, Purdue was supposed to.
Yeah.
And they worked it out with Indiana State that they could play them week 1, so their bye week's week 2 now instead. So.
That may work. I mean,
Yeah.
you get the rust knocked off and then work on some adjustments.
And Purdue plays Notre Dame week 3, so it gives them another week to prepare for Notre Dame. So that might maybe help them a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we'll see.
we'll see.
Good to be talking college football.
Yeah.
Any
it is.
expectations from Purdue this year?
If they make a bowl game, I'd be thrilled. Schedule's very, very difficult. I think they're going to be better than they were last year. Got some, I think, nice transfer portal additions, and that's the thing. Nobody really knows for any program if these portal kids are going to impact like they think. But
As an
They can-
example, I think IU had the most players leave, but also brought the most players in.
Right.
in the portal, so like it's
So what does-
awesome.
it
Yeah,
is.
so what
it
does that
is.
mean?
So
Yeah.
you don't know until they put the helmets on, the cleats on, the pads on, and hit somebody else that's not on their own team during practice. So but
IU is playing in the Rose Bowl this year, though.
they are.
It's a week 3, like I said, not like the usual Rose Bowl, but they're playing UCLA.
Hey,
So.
you're just hoping they're getting a preview, getting
Yes.
a lay the land for later on.
Let's see what it feels like.
But yeah, it will be interesting with the 4 new teams in the Big Ten making it an 18-team conference now. It's,
Crazy.
yeah, it's going to be interesting. So, but happy to be talking football and the college football playoff now in 12-team
Yeah.
format instead of 4.
That'll be
So,
fun to watch.
Yeah,
that
well.
towards the end.
yeah,
Not pushing the season or anything.
right.
Heavily weighted towards Big Ten and SEC success.
Yeah, yeah. They want at least 2 if not 3 teams in
Yeah.
each. So, yeah. NFL preseason is wrapping up this weekend. Colts and Bears wrapped up their preseason season last night. Both got wins. Colts beat the Bengals 27-14. Bears beat the Chiefs 34-21. So I think pro football fans are glad that the preseason's almost over and we're almost to the regular season in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that'll be. It's always a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah.
You get to see the players that you know, and
Yeah.
not the ones trying to make the team.
Right, right. Was the Colts gave Anthony Richardson a 5
Yeah.
series last night, so he threw a touchdown, but also
They
threw
had 2 touchdown
also
passes.
threw an
Yeah.
interception to the Bengals for a touchdown. So
That doesn't count.
no, well, counts in some fans' eyes.
Yeah,
Um,
2 great passes.
yeah. So football's underway, and baseball, of course, still going strong. Still got a little over a month till the playoffs start there.
Hey, but the good news is, the White Sox fans can officially say they are out of contention now. There's, they're
Officially
definitely.
been eliminated.
They've officially been
They
eliminated.
broke the 30-win mark, though.
They
right?
did do
They're
that,
31
yes.
and 97 now.
So now they can focus on next year.
Yeah,
They are
maybe the
officially
year
out.
after that, and the year after that.
Yeah, there's always next year mantras kind of changed from the Cubs to the White Sox.
Yeah.
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 It's still staying in
Yeah.
Chicago, though.
Yeah. Speaking of the Cubs, they are probably out for the NL Central, but they are 5.5 games out of the wild card. The Cardinals are 5 games out of the wild card. They're in second place in NL Central. So then you got the Reds 6.5 games out of the wild card. So probably not looking good for the NL Central to get 2 teams in
No.
the playoffs.
Not unless some miracle happens.
Right. Right. And you got to mention Todd's Guardians still having a good season at 73-54. Although the Royals are right behind them at 71-56.
Don't
Trying
slip
to-
and fall.
Yeah, trying to sneak up and win that AL Central title. So it'll be fun to follow in the next month or so as we get to October.
Maybe the radio Todd, not the banker Todd.
Yes, sorry, yes. Banker Todd likes the Cubs. So,
Yeah,
yes.
make sure.
We already know we're done, right, Todd?
You still own bragging rights over radio Todd, though, from 2016.
Yeah.
Sorry, Todd.
Yeah, he'll make a comment to me, I'm sure, after the show's over.
Mm-hmm.
I got some tidbits here this morning. On this day in 1617, just a couple years ago, the first one-way street opened up. In London. You know the location?
New York.
London.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes. On this day in 1933, the first televised boxing match took place. It was an exhibition round, 6-round exhibition, I should say, at the Broadcasting House in London between Archie Sexton and Laurie Rattiri, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. I would never have guessed the first televised boxing match was that long ago. On this day in 1936, 17-year-old Cleveland Indians, as they were known then, future Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher Bob Feller's first MLB game as a starter took place. Struck out 15.
Okay.
And reason why he's a legend and one of the best to ever do it. It was against the St. Louis Browns in a 4-1 win at League Park in Cleveland. Music fact here, on the day in 1968, Ringo Starr quit the Beatles over a disagreement. This was only temporary, though.
Right.
He
Too much money.
yeah, exactly.
He knew that one well.
Yeah. And on this day in 1993, the New York Dow Jones Index reached a then record high of 3,638.96 points.
Wow.
So almost 4,000 points, and yesterday it was over 40,000.
Yep.
A little bit of
little bit of change there. 31 years later.
Yeah.
And today is National Cuban Sandwich Day. Go down to Uncork,
There you go.
there, get yourself a Cuban. Cheap Flight Day, which
Is there such a thing?
I'd be interested if the airlines are actually offering deals there or not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would.
Yes, it's hard to get a cheap flight.
It is. National Ride the Wind Day.
And that's the cheapest flight.
There
Yes.
If you can do that, right? Do it.
And National Sponge Cake Day.
Yeah.
Good day, sponge cake.
Yeah. Sounds perfect.
Keep a sandwich for lunch, maybe some sponge cake for dessert.
There you go.
Go watch football after that.
And just try to find cheap flights somewhere you can.
Got a lot of upcoming events. Today is the Fulton County Animal Center's annual rummage sale from 10 to 5 today and 10 to 5 tomorrow, 10 to 4 Sunday at the Fulton County Historical Society. You can fill a bag for $5 from 10 to 2 on Sunday, and from 2:30 to 4 o'clock it's free.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah,
There.
so it's a
Always
good
find
fundraiser
some
for the
good things.
Animal Center. I know the bank cleared out some desks, some chairs,
Yep.
some file cabinets. And,
Yep.
Jody Wynn is on the board there, and I know that they have a large stockpile of items ready for people's sale and for sale. And go out and check that out. Support a good cause, the Animal Center.
And I believe there is a small admission fee. I believe it's $2 today and $1 tomorrow and free on
Free on
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jody would have
Still,
given me a hard time.
still a good deal though.
Expecting
Yeah,
you to pay
oh,
for
yeah.
it, but yeah, it's
Still
great
a
deal.
good deal.
Because it is a fundraiser
Yep.
for the Animal Center. Fulton County Habitat for Humanity is holding a groundbreaking ceremony for their 19th home at 529 West 6th Street on Tuesday, September 3rd at 6 o'clock. They'll be looking to start their new house sometime after that. Also, upcoming event, Fulton County United Way had an annual trivia event last year. This will be the second one this year. It's on October 5th at the Elks Lodge. Check out their Facebook page to learn information about that. Looking for 15 to 20 teams. There's like 12 to 14 right now. And I want to thank NIPSCO for being sponsor of that. They're the signature sponsor of the October 5th trivia event.
And Jenny will be our guest. Jenny Moriarty of United Way will be our guest in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Radio show. No
Yes.
spoilers.
So mark your calendars.
Yes.
So talked about money news a little bit. Dow down a little bit yesterday. 40,700. stocks declined, kind of expecting a speech from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, and the market's looking for clues about what's happening with interest rates.
I think everybody's looking for clues.
He's slated to speak today at
Okay.
Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and there's speculation that Fed will lower interest rates in September. The question is the size of the decrease. Will it be 0.25% or 0.5%? So that means that mortgage rates are probably going down, deposit rates are going down. So
When I heard them talking about that on the radio the other day, that was going to be in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. You could have gave me a list of 100 cities in the U.S. and I probably would have guessed Jackson Hole.
probably one of the most. Actually, I saw this recently on a CBS News thing. It is the most expensive city to live in the United States.
No kidding.
Wow.
Wouldn't have guessed that either.
So maybe that means a good sign that they're going to move things appropriately.
You don't go to like where all the rich people live and
Yeah.
talk about the economy.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was not incorrect. Banks open today, 8:30 to 5, and tomorrow 8:30 to noon. You can always bank with us online or our mobile app, which is free to download. Our ATM's always up and ready for you. It's amazing. Whenever I look out at our ATM, there's always a line of cards there.
Always.
So thank you for everybody who uses that. It's convenient for cash, and if you're traveling, you can get money at any ATM through our MoneyPass network.
You can deposit checks at our ATM too.
Right.
So, yeah. You do a lot
That
of
mobile
things.
app, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't have that mobile app, that's very handy.
Just a little,
Use it a lot.
Got some big things coming next year.
Yeah.
for the
Cool.
mobile app, some nice upgrades. So our Simply Free checking account and Simply Free business checking account are still our primary offers for new account holders. You can get in at a no-fee account, which is really unusual this day. You hear about junk fees and things
Right.
like that. Well, these don't have this. It's simply free. That's
Yep.
what describes it.
No,
Plus,
no,
also, if you open an account, oh yeah,
I was just going to say no additional disclosures needed.
Yeah.
It's right there. There for you.
you get a great gift if you open an account. Right now, you get to choose bento boxes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you get to choose 2 different colors.
Okay.
But it makes great for anybody who packs their lunch for work or packs snacks on the go or things like that. It's a nice little food
I
storage.
looked at that in the lobby the other day. It's got little compartments
Oh, yeah.
for keep
Yeah.
the food
5
separate.
or 6 different departments.
Some things
yeah.
you can keep cold and put
Yeah.
ice sleeve in it.
Yep.
It's really great. Thing.
Yeah, it is. It's
What a
pretty
deal.
slick.
And if you're already banking with us and you want one of those, just refer a friend.
You do that in person or online.
We can help you out with that and get yourself a bento box and get your friend a bento
Mhm.
box. We offer financial services through Brian Bell and Mark Blubaugh. They work for our financial services department and specialize in 401k rollovers, IRAs, and they'd be happy to help you out. Commercial loans for business, contact Zach Reuter at 574-223-1731. We've got a great commercial lending program. We've done a lot of great things over the last 5 or 6 years, and we'll continue that going forward. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I keep saying Twitter when I need to say
It's
X.
well,
Yeah.
I need to change that script. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still not. When you say people say X, I'm like,
I've got used to saying X, but I still say tweet as
Yeah.
in posting something instead of a post.
Basically, we're on social media.
Yeah.
You can find us
Yeah,
on
there we go.
the most popular social media platforms.
There you go.
We're very active out there. Keep you updated about tips and tricks for security, products and services, and community events that are going on. We try to keep very active on social media. We're the only locally owned bank in Fulton County. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. We're FDIC insured and equal housing lender. Our NMLS number is 399927.
And now we're legal and ready for the fun stuff.
Yeah, Christine, welcome to the show. Ed Richard's with us today. Christine is with the Downtown Partnership, promotion director. Did I get that?
You did. Yes, good morning, everyone.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So we got the Nickel Plate Music and Arts Festival coming up next Saturday.
Correct.
And this will be what year of the Nickel Plate?
This is our 4th year
That's great.
I can't believe it's a year that here I am again.
And this is all due to your work. You've done a lot of work behind the scenes.
Oh, I have a team that helps me. It's all, real quick that I want to thank my team. That's Ed and Amy Richard and Josh Zahner. And new to our team this year is Jade Maynard.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
Always
So-
takes a lot of hands.
Yes, I have a lot of other people that help in their ways. They don't come to meetings, but what they know, they help with. So
Takes a lot of hands and legs and feet.
Yes, it does.
They're always looking for help. So if you're not doing anything next Saturday, you want to come out and help out, Christine can probably find something for you to do to help out.
Yeah, even if it's for an hour,
Yeah.
just we need hands to help with things and help set up. That's at 8 a.m. If people want to help get our vendors set up, just hands to help with some things.
Now this doesn't just happen by itself. Your team puts this all together, but also you've got some organizations and companies that help support sponsor too.
Yes, I have some great support, and I'd like to thank the Northern Indiana Community Foundation and RTC, Smith Sawyer Smith, First Federal, of course,
Thank you.
REMC, the Chamber, the Mayor, our county commissioners, and also we get a couple grants that help support things. And I need to say that activities are made possible in part by the St. Joseph Community Foundation and the Indiana Arts Commission, which receives support from the state of Indiana and the National Endowment for the Arts.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of people coming together. This is Saturday, August 31st. Why don't you hit the hours of what time the Nickel Plate Music Arts Festival
Sure.
occurs?
It starts at 11 a.m. and ends at 10 p.m. And we have music all day, which we can talk about if you want to talk
Yeah,
about
music.
that
I mean,
now.
that's it's called the Nickel Plate
Yeah,
Music Arts
so,
Festival.
yeah.
You've got a stage and bands all throughout the day. Basically.
Right, and it's out
Starting
on...
with the best bands, the Rochester School Band.
Right. And it is out on the courthouse lawn, just to make sure everyone knows where it is, 8th Street Courthouse Lawn. We have Pork and Beans Band, and that is a brass band that plays sort of New Orleans style music. The Indianis Duo, they're from Indianapolis, they do country. The Chicago Diamond Trio, they do standard jazz and swing music. Our local person is Malachi Jaggers. He's played quite a lot around here. You've probably
I
seen
know you always
him.
try to have some local talent. folks also.
Yes, we
That's
always
great.
try and include that. And then our big event is the 1985 band. And by their name, you can guess, they do all 80s music, but they also put on a show with LED board, and they dress up, and it's an event. So if anyone wants to dress in 80s from 8 to 10 that night, that would be fantastic too.
So that's the music portion of the Nickel Plate Music and Arts Festival.
Yes,
You've got an arts portion too. Tell us.
we
Right,
do.
what
We
do you
have 5 art tables this year, I believe, of free make and take projects. I won't tell you what they are. You'll have to come and make your own projects, so that's a surprise. We have, again this year, Sweet Cakes Entertainment, and they're the ones who do the face painting, henna, balloon animals, and caricature, and we just love them. They do such a great job. We're going to have a chalk art contest. We are going to have new this year that takes place over at the old city jail property, now that it has grassy area. We're going to have a dunk tank and bouncy houses. And something new that I've never heard of before is called a Gaga Pit. Anybody
Yes.
know what
No idea.
that is?
That is very popular at schools.
No
Okay,
idea.
so that's going
Randy
to be
knows.
there.
No, I've never done it, but I've heard my wife talk about
Yes.
it. The kids love it.
Yep, we're going to have that this year also.
So come to the festival to find out what's that.
What that's
That's all
about,
about,
yeah. And not on my schedule, so I'm going to have to update on Facebook, is the library's going to do musical instrument petting zoo.
Oh, that's great.
Like we had our first year, the library's going to do it this year.
I know my grandsons were in town a few weeks ago. My wife took them that at the library in an afternoon event. They really enjoyed it. So
Yeah, they're going to do that. And then also, one of our vendors does ukuleles, and he is going to do a demonstration with hands-on so people can
Great.
come and try that too.
So we're talking with Christine Walsh from Nickel Plate Music and Arts Festival. We also have a special guest, Ed Richard. And Ed Richard's here to help talk about an exciting new event for the festival this year. Welcome,
All right.
Ed.
Well, it's good to be here. And, you know, I graduated here in 1986 and moved back to town in 2021. And I was in the Navy for 22 years and then worked at Avon Schools for 13. And coming back into town, you know, it's just refreshing to be back. And I look around and it's like, you know, the one thing that's missing in Rochester is a parade.
Everybody can use a good parade, right?
Oh, yes. And the last one we had was 2018. And, you know, my motto is people don't care what you can't do, all they care about is what you can do.
That's better words of wisdom today. We might just close with that. Remember that, okay?
And so I was looking and it's like, well, what could we do in Rochester to spicing it up a little bit? And you know, Akron has a phenomenal 4th of July parade. Kiwanis has their Kiwanis days. Fulton has their Fulton Fun Days parade. And we have the Arts and Music Festival, the Nickel Plate Parade this year.
That's
So,
awesome.
so getting that started up, it's going to be August 31st, and I'm addressed the elephant in the room. Everybody's like, it starts at 9 o'clock. Well, with
9 a.m.
9 a.m. Yes, it's not going to be a twilight parade. It's going to start early, and the reason it starts early is because the Arts and Music Festival kicks off at 11, and we don't want people to leave their chairs or have to leave or miss a band or anything else to go watch the parade or be in the parade. So that's why it's an early morning kickoff, and we're going to stage at the high school between 7 and 9 in the morning. So that's when check-in is, and it's going to be a 9 o'clock kickoff time. And we're going to go down from the high school parking lot. We're going down to 15th Street, where O'Reilly's is there. We're going to take a left on Main Street. The judging table is going to be here on the west side of the courthouse. And we got a trailer coming in, and we're going to park the trailer and get the judges up on the trailer. And WROI is going to be there to announce. So.
We will.
So it's really exciting to have you guys in. And
You're bringing the parade to the festival.
yes, we are. And then it's going to stop right here at 8th and Main. And then they could take a left and go right back to the high school, or they could go straight and go home, or they could go around the corner to the parking lot and visit the Arts and Music Festival.
Are you still taking entries for the parade?
Yes, we are. And tomorrow is actually the 24th, which is the cutoff time. However, we will take walk-ins. So if the night before you say, hey, I want to be in the parade, show up, we get you an entry form. You wouldn't be registered for the voting. However, you will still be able to be in the parade and be a part of it.
Well, everybody loves the parade, so.
Oh, yes, yes. And
So you have some probably pretty exciting entries so far, don't you?
I tell you what, I'm really, really pleased. And, you know, talking to Jana Vance and Tom Butler, their words of wisdom is, Ed, it's the first year, you know, don't get your hopes up too high. And I looked at what they did in 2018, there was 33 entries, and right now we're at 47 entries.
That's awesome.
And it's what really surprises me is, and we probably could use more of them, is cars and trucks and tractors.
Yeah.
All the entries we have are pretty much floats and organizations.
Cool.
So I figured the day of, and the Fulton County Power Club, they submitted just one entry.
Yeah.
I said, guys, let us know if you want to be in competitive for one of these categories. Make sure you enter your own form for tractor. And
So if somebody wants to enter, they contact Ed Richard, or how do they contact you?
well, Christine has it set up where they would go through her, and they could. Christine, you want to give them the address that they send it to?
They can either email, here's the email, promotions@rdpworks.com. And also, hopefully you're following the Nickel Plate Music and Arts Festival, and you can always message through there, and I can get you a form for that, not a problem.
And that's on Facebook, right?
It is on Facebook.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
great. So exciting parade coming up, Ed. A lot of work put into that. Thank you for organizing that this year, bringing it to the festival.
Well, thank you. And I just want to read off the categories real quick. And the Winning Edge did a phenomenal job, and they made out plaques for each and every one of them.
Awesome.
And it's first, second, and third. So they will be awarded at 12 o'clock. So all the winners are going to be, you know, if you want to see if you won, come down to the Arts and Music Festival at 12 o'clock here on the courthouse grounds. And we're going to announce who got first, second, and third in the following categories. We have the float, tractor, car, truck, theme, and miscellaneous. Now, we also have a non-judge category for people who want to get in and just want to promote their company and enjoy the parade. And the theme this year is Hometown Pride. So it doesn't matter who you are, as long as you take pride in what you do, show up, and be in the parade.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you, Ed.
47 entries already.
47, and I have a list, and there's so many people.
Yeah.
I have over 10 people who said they're going to be in it, and we're kind of waiting on their paperwork. They confirm they're going to be in it. That's my job today. I'm off. I'm going to be tracking down some people and knocking on some doors.
Oh no, those people got Ed coming after you.
And then our committee, you know, it's like a little high school class reunion for me because I got a hold of some of my other fellow classmates in the class of '86. Is Jeannie Griffith, Candy Patton, Judy Leininger, and Brian Ringel. Those are 4 of my classmates I just reached out to. I followed them on Facebook. So they've been helping out behind the scenes along with my wife Amy. And we did a phenomenal campaign in getting out the parade because we went to 3 other parades before here and handed out the flyers.
Awesome.
Thank you, Ed, for bringing the parade information to us. So, Christine, as we close, would you like to close with some highlights of what's happening next Saturday?
Next Saturday, yes. We have some new food vendors this year. I know that our festival this year falls on Labor Day, and Labor Day is always the Blueberry Festival, but we definitely have some new food vendors, and we have some of our regulars. You have to come down and find out who those are. We have a lot of vendors. This year, I believe, we're up to 35, so we're going to have to put vendors on 8th Street and wrap it around onto Madison, which will also be closed from 9th to 8th. Madison will be closed off.
And the festival goes pretty much from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m.
That's correct, yes.
So what I like about it, I've come the last few years, and you can kind of drop in, drop out, come back.
Yeah.
If there's a certain band you want to see, it's a great event, so we encourage everybody to come down. If you're in town next weekend, to Nickel Plate Music and Arts Festival for lots of activity.
And I did look at our 10-day forecast, even though I try not to do that, and so far it says 79.
It's always sunny in Rochester, right?
Yep. Our first year it was 89 with 100% humidity.
Yes,
So
I remember.
the weather's going to be great to come down and spend some time.
Perfect.
So we'll close with trivia. Randy?
You got her trivia?
Yeah, you want to do the surprise trivia?
Well,
Let's
my
see.
surprise trivia is, does anyone know actually how many lions we have around the courthouse? Has anyone ever really counted that? And
Randy's counting right now. I can see
I'm
it.
trying to think. Yeah.
and each one of them have names.
Names, they
Can
do
you
have.
name them? Well, you'll have to come to the festival to find out their names.
So we kind of play a scavenger hunt game tomorrow with the names. Just
Next Saturday, yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Next Saturday.
Yes, they will.
12?
Nope. Anyone just want to guess?
I'm trying to think.
Tanner?
10.
10. Good
Yeah.
job.
What a guess.
Tanner.
What a guess.
Yes.
Dan.
Good job.
So,
But
remember
now,
their names.
now we'll have to come downtown and
Find
figure
out.
the names.
Yes.
Remember names next week.
Yeah.
Learn their names.
So, according to the Billboard 200, as of this weekend, what is the biggest selling album right now? A. Rise and Fall of Midwest Princesses, Chappelle Rowan, One Thing at a Time, Morgan Wallen, Hit Me Hard and Soft, Billie Eilish, The Tortured Poets Department, Taylor Swift.
Unfortunately, I was hoping Morgan Wallen, but I'm just going to go with Taylor Swift.
I'm going to go with Billie Eilish.
17 weeks in the chart so far. Number 1 for 15 of those weeks. Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I figured.
I did too. I was hoping more of a Morgan Wallen
obvious.
fan, but it doesn't surprise me with
So
Taylor
Ed, to
Swift.
put you on the spot, why don't you close with your words of wisdom that you shared a few minutes ago?
All right. People don't care what you can't do. All of that. They care only what you can do.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Christine. Thank
Thanks
you,
for
Ann.
having us.
Thank you guys. Todd, thank you. We'll see you again next Friday morning.